Hi, this is Steve with Grguric Ranch. True confidence in the saddle isn't built on force, it's built on clarity, body control, and communication. Learning how to master these 5 movements at our clinic gives you precise control over your horse's head, neck, shoulders, ribs, and hips. And then every major maneuver, from a small transition to a spin or a stop, is just a combination of these 5 points. And once you can isolate and guide each area fluidly, you replace resistance with softness. You break down tension and give both you and your horse absolute confidence in each other in any situation. Fundamental movement, position number 1, would be the head. That's where I'm going to have control of the vertical of her head, tipping her nose down, and height of her neck. We start out at a standstill, get her balanced. Her head's in a normal carrying position, then I ask to change that. When she does, I release. That's where I want it. She takes it back, and roots. I keep hold till she goes back to where I like it. Right there, drop it. Next, we move backwards to the neck. Position number 2. Here, I'm mainly going to be concerned with lateral flexation, but I do want that level top line, and I want, as much as I can, get a vertical on that head. That was the direction to the left. As light as I can, I'm going to pick it up. She's going to flex to the right, keeping that vertical and that level top line. Alright, now we're going to move back to the shoulders. And what you're going to see here is just basically a turnaround. I'm going to press my leg into her shoulder and ask her to cross over in front. Just a few steps, but keeping control of the other 2 that I've went through already, which would have been the head and the neck. I'm not concerned about doing a spinning turn. This isn't what I'm teaching. What I'm showing you is to independently move her shoulders as best as she can without kicking her hindquarters out at the same time. To her right, and we're just going to go right back again to her left. She's moving her shoulders, that's what I want. At this point, I'm disregarding her hindquarters also moving. Onward we go, or backwards in this case. Now we're at the ribs, the 4th position that I want my horses to be able to respond to correctly. So we're going to see her moving what you would call a side pass, or in this case it's actually a leg yield, and it's very important for this fundamental movement. I'm going to line her up, open up my right side, close my left leg, and have her move both her hinds and her front, crossing over in front of each other to the right, and repeat it to the left. Open up that left leg of mine, push on her ribs, and have her move to the left. Our final position of the 5 fundamental movements is number 5, the hips. And it's going to be the same as the shoulders. So I'm going to apply pressure to the direction I want to go on her hips alone. Moving her hips to her right, crossing over in front, keeping a nice level top line, a little bit of a vertical, relaxed, and then do it the other direction. The hips, independent of everything else. Starting at a standstill is where clear communication begins. By mastering the head, neck, shoulders, ribs, and hips while stationary, you build a calm, soft foundation long before you add momentum. Up next, I'm going to show you these exact same movements performed at the walk. Once these 5 points are solid at every speed, you and your horse have the ultimate toolkit for complete confidence in each other. This next segment is going to show the horse walking away from the camera, and I'm going to move the hips left and right, get to the end, turn her back around, and walk her towards you, and move it the opposite direction. Alright, as I move off, get her straight in the spine, move that hip over to the left. Just that hip. Straighten her back out. Watch that head jumping around. Set that. Stop. come back towards the camera, that was a little rollback, and move their hips the other direction. She starts going into a little side pass there. I go back a little further. She picks up the hips, moves out in a little bit of a jog. Now let's throw the ribs and kind of just the ribs into this. What I'm going to do though is keep her head more straight than turned in the direction I want to go. And then that represents more of a side pass than a leg yield. And that's what we're going to see. I want her to be moving off of my leg and doing a bit of a sideways movement as she's traveling straight and relatively straight in the spine. Here we are. She's walking straight, got her head and neck basically straight, and moves off to my right in a side pass. Same thing to my left in a side pass. Combining the head and neck in there is a little difficult when the head's straight, but it's necessary. Should be almost all leg, but I've had to implement both leg and hands. Now we're moving on to the 5 fundamentals combined in a walk. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see some exercises that you've done at the standstill with just a walk and the flexation of the neck and head. But at one point you're going to see where I'm flexing her left and right, but still keeping her going straight. And I'll explain that as we progress. Now we're moving along just in a nice straight line, telling her where I want her head, holding her shoulders up, pushing that hip a little bit to the inside of the circle as she starts making the turn. I'm starting now to shape her spine. This is the point where true collection begins. Holding the front and back end steady while asking the ribs to shape around your leg. This creates maximum engagement. Rib control teaches your horse to stay balanced and supple instead of leaning on your hands. But as you see here, I'm flexing her neck and having her go in a straight line. That's the setup to get this collection. And you'll see this as we go away from the camera. I'm going to flex her head laterally to the left. I'm going to keep her hips and shoulders in a straight line so that I'm independently flexing her head to the left and she's moving off. Now I'm going to go back to the circle. Notice how we keep the shoulders, hip, and head alignment locked when we go into this circle. Everything's locked while asking for a side body bend in a tighter circle. And to be controlling the ribs independently, you stop the horse from bulging or drifting. So you're teaching them to carry themselves softly through every little turn. You're controlling the head, neck, shoulders, ribs, and hips just in this little walk. You can eventually, when you get more and more proficient, step this up to a trot and then to an extended trot, and eventually you can handle this even in a canter. Confidence isn't about perfection. It's about having a clear system that both you and your horse can trust. Whether you're looking to fix a specific challenge or simply refine your communication, our clinic is designed to get you there. Come ride with us. Put these movements into practice and experience the partnership you've been working for.